Yo, and welcome back to Talesofark. And if you're enjoying the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. But anyways, back to some Mabinogi. And today we're, what was that? I mean, today we're starting with the side quest, I think it's called Peculiar Children side quest. And the reason I'm starting it is because up to this point, I believe that's the final side quest, question mark? I could be wrong. Because I'm not sure there's others. Because this is all G30 stuff or whatever. This is if I do the Dark Knight, which I'm not. This is hybrid or hidden talent or whatever it's called. This is the extra side stuff for Chainblade. Side stuff for music. Side stuff for magic. The normal life skills stuff. This is a talent, so pet trainer, I believe. Merchant. Extra side stuff for fighter, and then the rest of this I believe is chapter 3 alchemist, which will give us the rest of the alchemy skill. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, as they could have changed it, because that's like the only one that I know next to the divine knight stuff that comes up later that gives you skill talent. As the rest, I believe you get them just normally, except for the pet tamer, which is locked to a side quest for the particular children side quest, like how the ninja works. So I believe this is the last one. There could be more or other side quests that unlocks other stuff. Like if it's a chain of side quests, then I consider it like a side story or whatever, like ninja and the rest of it. Or if it's just one side quest, then I just do it off screen. So yeah, so I equipped the Fynn Bell thing that the fine price for, which was annoying, even though it tells you right here, but I don't know like the location of where he is in that particular spot. Because he said he was south of Main, and I thought he was under the bridge like he was in G2, but he wasn't. So also, there's a lot of people fishing for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, continuing on, we're doing pet trainers. We're going to do it last one, and then we continue on chapter 3. God damn, I don't know why does it do that. Why I move my mouse to the NPC, it auto locks on to the nearest enemy, which is like across the map, all the way over there. Why is that a thing? What in the world? Hilfrin stares intently at the page of thin ledger, seemingly lost in thought. You observe him jotting down some numbers in the corner, as if making some calculation, only to scratch them out, frazzled and somewhat frustrated. Oh hey Ursula, thanks for coming. I didn't even realize you were here. You haven't been waiting too long, have you? Nah man, I was just here chilling, being mad at the system. You know, it's kind of like an isekai, in the Korean kind of way, where you're kind of like thrown into this world and then you have a system to help you level up or progress through the world while other people might not have it. Just a food for thought. Might be because I've been reading too much Korean manga that I'm so tired of it, or webtoon. Like, it's to the point where I'm so bored of it that I rather read something where a humble teacher teaches his students how to progress in the world. Like, I feel like that's interesting. But enough of that, continuing on. I need your help with something and had to call you all the way out here. I hope you have a moment to spare. Bro, I have so much time right now. In the last several weeks, it started becoming difficult to get things we need at the camp. These are things that in the past we typically had no difficulty procuring from a venturer. Oh. But strangely enough, that's been coming up short. It made a whole supply chain feel much less stable. There used to be adequate amount of new materials coming in, even when there weren't that many traveling to from the camp. It's gotten to be depressing work managing our inventory these days. Do you think you can help us out? Ask what he needs. Thank you, believe me, I could go on and on about the things we need, but I'm running particularly short on the ingredients needed to make fever medicine. That seems like a sensible and very practical place to start. There's someone in Corko who particularly is interested, so I try my best to keep the fever medicine in stock. Who? Is it, for her name? Atrilla? Himfin gesture at Ethan with his eyes. Capybara fur is what I need. Oh, and it's not too much to ask. Could you check and see if anything has happened to the capybaras and the other animals who live in the surrounding area? I know it probably seems like more busy work. It does. But I'm helping you to help other people, so just pass my fame. But I appreciate it if you could gather them yourself in the vicinity at the Kalida camp. If you happen to learn anything new about the situation, it would greatly benefit Alexina as well. So something is cutting off their supply chain? Are they getting abducted by bandits or something? Defeat 5 capybaras in Kalida. Sounds easy. Just use my jutsus and stuff, I guess. Am I still ninja talent? Oh, I'm Professor J. Why? Should I rebirth? I'm only level 38. But then again, no one does shadow mission anymore, and I don't really want to solo. Nah, I'll just leave it. It is what it is. But then again, I could be leveling Kunai Storm faster if I did. I just don't know. Talk to the small child. Oh, that's a big boar. That's also a big boar. Are you ancient? You are. Let me ruin your life. Oh no, that's on cooldown. No. Mung bean. I don't think that's useful. Is that for tofu to make bears bigger? This child lemon-colored hair looks as soft as finely spun cotton candy. Her distinctive clothing highlights the ethereal color of her eyes and rustles softly with every move she makes. Oh god, this theme. I'm gonna hate it, aren't I? A light smattering of freckles is splashed across her plump cheeks, and her mouth seems to have always been turned up in playful smile. It seems she was hunting capybaras nearby. She must also be trying to get some capybara fur. You remember Himfrin saying that camp supply chain has been unstable lately. Perhaps this child knows something. You should ask her about it. How is this one child able to disrupt this entire supply chain? It's only one little girl. Well, to be fair, it doesn't seem like there's that many. Yeah, I only see like a few of them. I mean, I don't know, corral them and farm. Stare silently at her. You stare silently at the child until she returns your gaze. A long silence passes. The child doesn't seem very interested in you. You need to get her attention if you want to talk to her. What do you have that might interest a child? You see a small animal waiting patiently next to the child. Perhaps she likes pet. Talk to child again with a pet summon. I mean, Bayo. God damn, why? Why? If you're all the way on the other side, you're not even relevant in this space right now. This entire circle. Why are you targeting across the map? Maybe it's a thing. I know I set up to where if I click control, it does it. Because my fingers are too, like, shaky to aim. But then, I don't understand when I move it to an NPC, it targets for some reason. When I'm trying to talk to the NPC. You summon Baelcork and approach the child. Wait a minute. Why am I walking to the child when I already walked up to the child? Isn't that a cat sound? From... Huh? What's the matter? Isn't that cute little friend? Cute? He is cool. Look at those sunglasses. I'll laugh if my dog just paws that thing across the face. She's doing the singing. Was it what music thing is called? Where you play like Dance Dance Revolution, but with the music skill and the track stuff. Hehe, you're quite the charmer, aren't you? Ah, so that's your name. Hi, I'm Pinky. Okay, well, I mean, she is somewhat tinted pink right here. It's like, it almost seems like a filter, really. What do you mean you're not alone? You have a master. Oh, I see. I just have to kill him. Chat with me? Your master? Ah, I gotcha. Alright. I don't speak to humans. I might change my character hair. Why? Why? What a neat looking animal. I don't think I ever seen one like you before. Yeah, because it's from the cash shop. Flushed with curiosity, the child turns towards Beokorg and moves closer. The scent of honey fills the air as you approach. Hi, you must be Beokorg's. Whoopsie, I forgot. I'm not supposed to talk to grown up like that. Hey, let's try that again. Hello, my name is Pinky. Beokorg is your pet, right? Tell her it is. You say yes and she smiles brightly as if she already knew what you were going to say. I knew it, and the reason I know is because Beokorg told me. They told me your name, too. You're Ursula, right? What are you doing here? I didn't think there was anyone else around. I did see you going after those capybaras, though. Are you trying to get some of their fur? I got plenty, but I don't need it. Do you want it? Ask the child what she's doing. Yes, give it. I need it. Why would she be hunting capybaras if she doesn't need the fur? Ask her what she's doing here. Hey, I asked you first, but if you're curious, I'm looking for Finny. Last week it was capybaras. This week before, that was mongoose. And the week before was aardvark. Oh, I can hear my dog barking in the distance. Here comes my other dog joining the fray. But she doesn't want to get up to check. This week it's armadillos. Pinky suddenly stops and presses her palms into her cheeks as if she's displeased. You can sense her taking on a bit of a pouty tone. What is this 10-year-old child doing by herself in the middle of nowhere? Unless this is like the elf kind of thing where she looks like a child, but she's like 60 years old or something. I don't know. That's right, armadillos, or at least that's what this is supposed to be. But for some reason, it's all capybara this week too. It's hard to get gems from capybara. Sure, it's weird, huh? It's not good for Fanny to be stuck inside for so long. I gotta get him out soon as I can. Should I try more singing? Maybe dancing? What they will react to this time? I don't know. The Finny? You repeat the word back to it, and Pinky nods with a wide smile. Damn, that's like a tongue twister. The Finny are trapped inside the animals and need to be rescued. That's what Finny told me. They said if I came across any trapped Finny, I could use the power of Fynn to free them. Jesus. Fynn? It doesn't ring any bells. So someone named Fynn said to use Fynn to help them. Pinky seems to take notice of the wheels in your head turning, trying to figure it all out. Oops. Oops, I'm supposed to refer to them as Master Fynn to other people. Anyways, that's what Master Fynn told me. The power apparently named it after them, or maybe it comes from them. Either way, it really works. And then they trap Finny, see that they can't get out on their own. So Master Fynn said to use the power to get them out. They said you could sometimes get gems that way too. Pinky pulls something out of her little bag with a jangle. It looks like a glimmering gem. You hear the tinkering of bells as Pinky's sleeve rustles and notice that there appears to be something moving within the gym. Still, there's such a pain to get from capybaras, or maybe I just need to try harder. Anyways, what are your thoughts? What are you and Beokorg doing here, Ursula? You explain the situation. You relay what you heard at Kila base camp and explain you're here to catch capybaras. Perhaps the reason you had difficulty getting the material you need is because Pinky has been hunting the capybaras in competition with you without even knowing it. Pinky's eyes twinkle upon hearing your explanation. So you're catching capybaras too? Ursula, just like me, haha. The problem is this isn't something we can both do. If you catch all the capybaras, they won't turn into Finny gems. That'll make it harder to get back home. I guess the only solution is for you to wait until I'm done. Pinky sounds quite stern, but suddenly turns to Beocord. Oh, that's not going to work for you, huh? Your owner is in a rush, you say? I see. Okay, I got it. Pinky nods heartedly at Beocord as if it's engaging in a lively conversation. Pinky mouths something over quite seriously, then appears to come to a cheerful conclusion. Okay, I got an idea. How does this sound, Beocord, Ursula? What if you guys help me out? I think if you do that, we'll get what we want out of this. Help her with what, you wonder? Damn, I feel like we're moving at a child's pace. Do this one moment, then the next moment you do something else. Come on! I am literally clicking on this child. I think you might make a capable Finny catcher, Ursula, but there's only one way to find out. Listen to what Pinky has to say. Here comes tutorial. Damn, it got sunny outside. Why is it this music? Ursula, I heard that you're stronger than me. Well, I mean, you're like 10 years old. So you can catch the capybaras and take the Finny out of them. We could be done with this lickety-split. I'll tell you how to do it, but I'm not a teacher, so I don't know if I can explain it super well. Your cute friend says you're a fast learner, though. Your pet must really loves you. This is a Fynn Bell. It's not absolutely required, but you're not used to master power, so you should take it, trust me. You can carry it around however comfortable for you when you do. You see capybaras with glittering stone, I need you to beat up those capybaras. After that, you should see a Finny gem just kind of roll out of them. So are we killing them and then their monster core just drop out? It's essentially what he's talking about. Unless we just beat the poop out of them and then they just chunk it out of their mouth? I don't know. Animal abuse. I don't remember if I mentioned it before, but the Finnies are fairies. What? They're very young and weak though, so they don't even have a physical body on their own yet. That's why they attach themselves to other animals to get around. Ever since the queen left, the Finny hasn't been able to show themselves in public. We used to think they were being punished for being too mischievous, but I heard that's not true anymore. If Finny spends a long time inside another creature and don't come out, bad things will happen, both to the Finny and whatever animals they're inhabiting. So, because the the fairies, they're out of order because their queen mysteriously disappeared or something. So now these fairies are moving around because they don't have power to by hitchhiking a ride on animals. And because I'm assuming their power or something, if they're within an animal for too long, I'm assuming they get corrupted or something or mutated by the power of the fairies because they don't meld well together, kind of thing. I feel like that's pretty common storyline plot wise. It might be okay if you were only for a little while, but things you can go terribly wrong when two different beings are joined together like that for a long time. Yeah, the body that Finny inhabits could be considered the world it belongs to. It's okay for Finny to be a guest, but when a guest stays for too long and tries to become a permanent resident, the world will try to forcibly push them out. If a guest wants to become the master of that world, that's a more serious matter. You know what I mean? That's what Master said. Anyways, Ursula, were you able to follow all that? Anyhow, that's why I'm looking for Finny. I have to figure out how much trouble they cause. Pinky imitates how adults speak, clicking her tongue. It's kind of amusing given how short and petite she is. That's why your help would mean a lot, Ursula. I'll go check out somewhere else while you stay here and see if you can find capybaras with glittering stones. So I don't have my shuriken. So anyways, we just got beat him. I have a crisis. Oh, that's how I have crisis cape. I was gonna say, I don't think they were like super aggro. So will this entire side quest revolve around me just farming enemies? I hope not. Because I'm pretty sure I raged when I had to, what is it? Kill the armadillos at Philia for one of the side quests earlier. Was it for Blondet's side quest? Because we were like there for like hours. Well, I guess we're done. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, huh? Wasn't that 5? Oh, there we go. It updated. That's pretty slow. Did you collect all of those? Incredible. That was faster than I expected, Ursula. Now, you just let me see those Fynn gems. Yeah, your little friend was right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. You collected all the capybara Fynn gems I needed. It's pretty impressive that you were able to do it so quickly, Ursula. Oh, and you said you needed the fur, right? Let me get that for you. Pinky takes the Fynn gem with a smile and hands you the capybara fur from her bag in return. Here you go. The people in need. I never thought I'll get all these Fynn so easily. I can tell that you're someone people can depend on, Ursula. Ha ha ha. I'm right, aren't I? Free. Pinky loving pets the animal next to her before springing upright. Well, I think so too. Now it's time to look for armadillos like I originally planned. Shall I head to the desert? I already been here for so long and I didn't even get a chance to visit. Oh well, busy. So much to do and so little time. Well, thank you for helping me rescue the Fynn, Ursula. Until next time. Pinky gives you a short, slightly clumsy bow. May each step you take be heralded by the twittering of songbirds and little seedlings of happiness. Is that like kind of like their little saying when they ever leave, kind of like how Jedi say, "May the Force be with you." With that strange parting message, Pinky turns back to the little animal. You feel a splurge of peculiar energy throughout your body, but for now, you should head back to Kula Base Camp with your load of capybara fur. Hey, you're back. Did you get the capybara fur? Yes, I did. Hand over the capybara fur. You take out the capybara fur and give them to Hilwyn. You notice Hilwyn's face brightens up. I know you come through for us. Thank you, Ursula. I should be able to make some extra fever medicine. Still, I'm left wondering, why was it difficult to get these materials through our normal channel? Explain the situation. You tell Hilfrin about how you met Pinky, but the tale seems to confuse him all the more. You're telling me that small child was the cause of all this? Taking out some sort of essence trap within wild animals? If it wasn't you telling me, I think it's the stuff of fairy tales. I mean, true. It's a good thing I'm a credible person. Still, if what you say is true, the child must be why it's been so hard to gather the materials from not just copyright but all local wildlife. Damn, this one child has caused so much mayhem. I can't help but wonder if there are more people out there who are doing that. If this situation drags on, I can definitely foresee setbacks in camp's operation, as well as expedition we might launch. After a brief moment pause and thought, Hilwyn continues talking while casting a sidelong glance. I'm sure you're already aware, but the camp hasn't been doing well lately, Ursula. I mean, there aren't any fires to put out right this moment, but if our supply chains grow any more destabilized than it is right now, we're bound to land in some serious trouble eventually. Why don't you tell Alexina what you just told me? As the head of this operation and manager of the camp, she's ought to know. Alright, head to the head honcho. Talk to her. Why? Why is this a thing? I'm not holding control. My hand is nowhere near it. Hello there, Ursula. I must say, it's been a while. You must have helped Hilfrin with his request, huh? Tell the story. You tell Alexina what you told Hilfrin. Is that so? It's not just Hilfrin who's been grousing about there and not being enough material. Everyone's been feeling that way lately. I guess what you said explains what happened. I appreciate you telling me, Ursula. Our situation is complicated by the fact that there aren't that many adventurers in the area. Supplies have to be delivered to the expedition on a regular basis, so you're probably aware. If what you're telling me is true, I'm afraid it'd be difficult to get stable, consistent shipment of good materials. After spending a brief moment in silence with her lips, Alexina decides to make a request of you. If you two meet again, Ursula, could you please make sure to tell the child to bring those materials to the camp? Nothing would be worse than letting this uncertain state of affair drags on any longer than it absolutely has to. If we can't gauge when and what kind of supplies we might run short of, we're bound to find ourselves in the pinch sooner or later. I'm sure there's a good reason why the child's behaving this way. I can't help but wonder what exactly this child does for a living. I mean, I love to meet them myself, but it's not possible at the moment. Running short on any particular category supplies will hinder our exploration and oversight of the region in numbers of ways. I think it'd be best if you persuade the child or help them finish their business as soon as possible, Ursula. What do you think? Oh, so it's to get me to finish his side quest to get the talent. I mean, that's pretty smart. Tell her you will. Tell her you are not sure. Tell her you will. You also think it's best for you to do as Alexia say and tell her that you will. Much appreciated. Even though I'm in charge of this expedition, the situation here is not so secure that I can just up and leave the camp and go around inquiring as to whereabouts of strangers. Thanks for understanding. Do you have any clues on where the child might head to next? I hope this isn't asking too much of you. Didn't he mention he's heading off to the desert for something? Anyways, now we know the story behind our supply issues. Thanks for bringing me up to the speed. I should probably start drafting a plan just in case it stretches out for too long. Seems like Alexia is trying to talk to other people. No matter how you look at it, it seems your best course of action is just to find Pinky and explain the camp's circumstance to her. You should be able to meet up with Pinky if you head to Armadillo Habitat. Go and find her. Pinky's eyes are open wide, taking the slightest details of every armadillo she can see. Is this what they call a heat haze? I can't really tell. Is that you, Ursula? So we meet again. Good to see you. Have you eaten yet? Wait, first I should greet you properly. You must have slept between the trees before the last dewdrop dry. Or has he miscrossed the river to stay? What a pleasure it is to meet this way. Huh, it rhymes. You notice a certain lyrical quality to Pinky's words. She slowly raised a closed fist. Its gesture seems practiced, almost like a dance step. Noticing your perplexed expression, Pinky smiles mischievously, then cries out in a surprisingly loud voice for a small girl. How can pleasantry be enough, when the pleasure to meet you's all mine? See the green branches wave to and fro? Then wave right back and say hello. Okay. Her master's teaching her some wonky stuff. I mean, couldn't you just do a normal curtsy or just wave? Pinky voice in full of mirth as she... Mirth is a word? As she thrusts out her fist. You see none when you look at me. As for your branch, what do you see? Tell me a number, either 5 or 3. You see none when you look at me. As your branch, what do you see? ... You're not sure how to respond, so you remain silent. Pinky stares blankly at you. This conversation isn't likely going anywhere until you give Pinky an answer she likes. It's 3 or 5, or 5 or 3. Is it too much for a brain bender for you? What, 2? None? Forget it. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. I'll just listen to what you have to say. What is it? Did you come to visit me? Explain your situation. You explain the situation based on what you heard at Kila Base Camp. Pinky looks conflicted as she listens. She chews her lips slowly as if she's considering something. How much and to when? I have to keep collecting Finny gems, you know. I have to use the power of Fynn to save as many as I can. How did you like your first foray into catching Finny, Ursula? You know, if you were to help me, I could get my work done faster. I could even be your instructor. Aren't you interested? We'll be a real pair like Mushroom and Moss. Sounds interesting. Why not? You have no clue what any of this has to do with Moss or Mushroom, but you're interested. Pinky expression lights up. Really? I knew it. I thought this might happen because of when you helped me last time. Even the Finny were pleased, you know? They're quite curious about you, Ursula. Perfect. Why so for thinking about when you can do it? Alright, 1, 2, 3. The smile of an evil child. Look at it. Behind that smile is chaos, mayhem, and carnage. Her justification for mass murdering of all wildlife to save the Finnies or Finns. And she's alright doing it. I'm sure that's not what it is. She's probably just being... I mean, to be fair, it's still technically, isn't it? animal abuse, but in a good way. If that can even be true. Because she's forcibly knocking out the Finnies. Yeah, by beating up their hosts so she can free them so they don't become anything more dangerous. I feel like as we progress the story, they're probably going to show us what happens when they stay in too long. Maybe not. Maybe that's too dark. I feel like this story does anything dark. I mean, aside from the murdering Dark Knight armor and the sacrificing of little kids constantly. And the brainwashing of a zombie dead child. Okay, there is some somewhat pretty dark stuff. But it could be a lot more darker if they were more descriptive. Man, that is pretty creepy now that I think about it. She brainwashed a dead child. He was dead, right? I don't remember. Because he died during the battle for Imain Maka. Because Luke whatever failed to protect him. Wait, yeah, that is because Ezra is a necromancer. Yeah, now I remember. Then she used the potion to brainwash him. Anyways, that's G2. You can go watch it or whatever. Or read on it. Come here, Ursula. Here, take this. Pinky offers you something with a smile. Do you remember these? They're the Finny gems you got from the carpet bars for me last time. I helped them blossom and now look at how cute they are. Hurry and take this. Go on, Ursula. They're waiting for you. She excitedly holds out a basket of something soft and furry. Before you have a chance to see what it is, she pushes the basket into your arms. Now hurry, try calling it out and don't be shy. I'll be watching the whole time, so give it a try. Why do you have to rhyme? Pinky eyes are twinkling. The way she's looking at you reminds you of something so much as a child anticipating a present, like on Christmas Day or their birthday. So you're supposed to do something with this basket. Use the Finny basket of something furry to summon a new pet. Man, my inventory is garbage. I am blind because I can't find it. What should be somewhere obvious? Is it in my inventory? Ooh, wah, hiya, oh no, ha. Hiya. I was still my eyes. Alright, so I figured it out. Because I already tried doing this quest on my other character, it doesn't give you another one. Which I entirely forgot because I never used this thing at all. Not even once. Oh, there it is. I never use you at all whatsoever. Well, I guess it is what it is. Wow. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Hi there, what's your name? It's weird. I feel like they probably should have mentioned it like, hey, if you already did this quest on your other character, you're not gonna get another one. You have to summon that one. Make it less confusing, and instead of me spending 10 minutes looking at my inventory trying to find it. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Hi, what's your name? Pork. Strange animal like none you ever seen before out of the basket and start barking. Hello to you, Fynn. I'm Pinky. Yep, that's right. And this is Ursa. This person you're going to be staying with. Aw, that's cute. Little Fynn. It kind of looks furry like a lion. What is it? What's that? You like Ursula, do you? 1 second. Mid-greeting, Pinky looks in your direction as if remembering something, then reaches into her pocket to pull out a small object. Is this a little seed? A kernel of some kind of grain? Hold on this, okay? In a moment or two, you two should be able to hear the Fynn. You do as Pinky tells you and hold the shiny grain kernel to your hand. Fynn. Pork, can you hear me? Are you my owner, Ursula? Owner, greetings. You smell nice and you look cool too, and cute, and sweet. Wow, way to be gender neutral. and not be like she is it he or she? Whatever. It pretty much threw everything at the wall, hoping one of those sticks to your character. Because they're unsure, like, if maybe they didn't want to code it for, like, if it's a male or female. In fact, everything about you is nice. Amazing, you can understand what the Fynn is saying. Pinky sees that you can understand the Fynn and probably launches into an exploration. What you're holding is the Master Fynn Magical Grain Kernel. With this, you can understand everything a Fynn is saying. Teehee. This Fynn likes you an awful lot. I knew I was right about that. You really are a good person, aren't you, Ursula? Yes, good. Ursula is so good, so nice. Pinky and the Fynn keep parroting each other as if they're animated hop up and down together. Their chirping is off-key, but you almost get the impression you're watching some sort of spontaneous song and dance routine. I would feel hella annoyed. Suddenly, Pinky stops her energetic outburst and turns towards you again. Oh yeah, didn't you say there were people in need? Well, I got an idea about that. Ursa, if you're going to rescue the Fynn with this here Fynn. Okay. That's this one more or less baby, so it must be curious about the world, right? Pork, pork, pork. What the hell? Are you a pig? Pork. Yes, I want to play. I want to see the world. I want to make friends. Lots of friends. Yeah, yes, let's do it. Together with Ursula, we seek out Fynn friends near and far. What do you think? I want to save as many Fynn as possible. Having you help me will be much better than doing it all by myself, right? Take your new Fynn to get more Fynn gems, just like you did last time. I'll keep brainstorming here. Yes, that's great. Let's go forward and backwards, all across the land with Fynn. Fynn wags his tail and brushes up against your leg, like a cat. You have to admit, it sounds like a better idea than wandering aimlessly with Pinky. As soon as you agree, Pinky and Fynn start shouting with joy. Hee hee, that's fantastic. Okay, it's up to you to get the gems and save the Fynn. I'll be thrilled, just like receiving a gift of Yeti fur. Firm and soft, you know, an icy cold ball of Yeti wool. Now, first thing first, I'll give you a blossoming cage. After you get a Fynn gem, you can try the blossoming them yourself. Then you get lots of adorable Fynn, just like this Fynn here. Masa told me that blossoming is sort of like hatching a bird from an egg. The queen said it's like bud blossoming flowers. And Fynn describe it is like honey welling up in the spring. So what you gotta do is get a Fynn gem, put them in the cage, then encourage them to grow. Then they'll wake up when the time is right. We'll talk again after you blossom a Fynn gem. Wow, that was a mouthful. Alright, so I guess we can end it just after setting up this cage thing. Man, my home seat is so small. Because I never use it. And I probably never will. I was about to say, is it the same thing where if you got a cage on another character, you won't get a cage now? But it's not. Alright, now I just need to get a gem, right? Okay. So I have to hatch a Fynn and then talk to him. So yeah, I'll probably just stop it here and do it off screen, because it's gonna take like an hour or so to hatch anyways. But yeah, so that was a ride. I feel like I'm having to chase after this little child because they have the energy of a child, and my old man ass can't catch up. Where they're constantly like, what is it, AD, HD, HD, ED, ACD? I forgot whatever the acronym is. So like I have to follow the beat of this child. So it's hard to keep up with. Especially with all this Fynn, Master Fynn, and all this other F word. Like, it's like a tongue twister. But yeah, it's interesting. Curious to see where this goes. So far they laid the seedling for the mutation or a Fynn wanting a Fynn. Is it the Fynn or the Fynn? I think it's the Fynn, right? It's the fairy? Where's the Fynn? Jesus, I can't remember. whichever one of them wanting to become the master of the host of the body instead of the original host. Kind of like a parasite in a way, which is pretty odd if you think about it for a fairy. But I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Love you guys, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.